Right, YouTube. What is going on? I am waiting to get confirmation on my signal. All right, we are in business, guys. We are in business. I love it. Um, well, let's get into it. So, I'm going to start going live at the end of each day for about the last hour, right? Power hour and review my positions and also look for new positions and anyone who joins the stream. Obviously, we can do a Q&A session, look at any stock you want to look at or you have thoughts on. And I'll just take a look at the chart and tell you what I think. None of this is a recommendation. You guys already know, not a financial advisor, blah, blah, blah. I'm not telling you guys to buy, sell, or hold anything, right? So let's get into some of my positions that I have currently. So, I am in Upstart. Upstart here, um, and for those of you who are getting to know me, the weekly chart and the daily chart are my favorites, compared with the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So basically, that's everything, and I'm gonna get to get another color. Everything down here in this lower half of the screen. So, the weekly, we can start with the weekly. I like that this ADMA right here is holding. We are holding it right here and it looks very good. So if this can push up and close anywhere in here like this with a green, then that is a good sign that we could go to the next bar to the 200 moving average. So that's kind of the thought process there. The daily looks good over here on Thursday and Friday. We had the ball was passed to the green team and it shoots up, right? So now we get a nice shot up. We're gonna run into the 20 here, which is right here. It's gonna run into it and then we're gonna see what happens. So I do like that the 8 is pushing it up. So that's some good strength. And another place where I find there to be strength is if we look at the 15-minute chart up here at the top, we have it's above this 200. So that is a perfect sign for the short term push to the upside, which then also brings me to the 1 hour chart, which also has the 200 slanting upward. So and daily 200 slanting upward. So we have some, it's not one of the best plays. It's not one of my favorite plays because we have a lot of overhead resistance on the daily, even on the weekly. I don't really like how this is all overhead resistance. This is just basically a bunch of pressure here pushing it down, bunch of pressure here pushing it down. Um, don't, this isn't my favorite setup. Um, I'm just hoping I can get a turnaround story with it right here and pushing it back up to these highs. That's kind of the swing trade I'm looking to do here on Upstart. So today was a great day. Today definitely shows that there's strength. It's getting above the averages on the short term. Let's continue. Next play I have in my portfolio is SMCI. SMCI, the reason I have this in here is this weekly looks very good. Look as it's kind of approaching. This was a great good start 2 weeks back with high volume. In a great zone, it started and it pushed through. So now not too much overhead resistance. This was an inside candle inside of this weekly. Perfect. Now we're starting off above this candle, which is great. I would want to see this week close at least up here. Um, and then we could see 55 coming next week, which would be great. The only and here on the daily looks really good too. So here's your 200 moving average right here. You basically, this was a good day to buy. And then basically, how I do my trades is when you buy this candle, how do you manage your risk, right? Is it a certain percentage after you are into this position? Maybe is it 20% down, 15%, 5%? Is it maybe 3 days go by and you haven't seen a profit, so you cut it? What is your risk management approach? Mine's is if this is the candle that I'm buying, I don't want to lose this candle. So basically, at the end of the day, it's a daily chart. At the end of the day, this is where I would be like, okay, you know what? It held this 200 very well. I'm going to buy it at the end of the day with 15 minutes left in the market. You buy it, and then if you ever break that low of that candle, ever break that low of this candle, you're just out of the play. That is a great approach to managing your risk. If you were to look on the weekly perspective, then this would be also where you would say, okay, there's some strength here. This week you would try to get into the play, or even in this at the end of this week. It wouldn't be a bad idea because you never know. It could, just like this week ended, it just jumped straight up. Just like this week ended, it just jumped straight up. So honestly, the best bet is to get in on the strength, protect yourself here at the bottom. This would be a large risk unit, so you would have to be very cautious of that, right? Like I said, losing one bar is kind of what I strive to do, and if you do that on the weekly, you got to make sure that you're not over leveraging yourself, right? Um, so I really do like this setup that SMCI is doing right now. This is really good where green has officially took over this last red candle. So SMCI is looking great. I don't like that up here on the 15 minute where the 20 wasn't able to catch it. It's kind of breaking through it right now. So the next line of defense would be this right here. And that's the 40. So it's probably going to come back down, touch this. Same thing with the 30-minute here. This is the 30-minute on the top left. I'm hoping that when it comes down to this purple line, which is the 20, it's going to catch it and push it upwards. As far as also, same thing with the hourly, you have the 8, which is the blue, kind of pushing up, and it's about to bump into it. And it's also about to bump into it could eventually bump into the 20 there and hopefully gets that momentum. Um, but you can see that this 8 right here on the daily definitely was a little bit of resistance, which caused this a little double top here. Um, but as you can see on the 2 minute, the 200 might push it back up right now. So SMCI looking kind of good. Um, Definitely not taking profits yet. SoFi. SoFi is my next one of my other positions. We're having trouble with this bar right here, but this is basically a bull flag here. So we have a bull flag playing out in SoFi. So honestly, if this bull flag ends up giving us a flag, we could probably be up by 18 for sure. We might be testing all-time highs if this bull flag plays out and it gives us this basically the same size as this leg right here, gives us that same size leg up in 4 weeks. In another 4 weeks, we could see SoFi at all-time highs, um, which maybe would correspond with the government cutting interest rates, right? That is probably on the horizon. They're getting really close. They've been keeping them steady, but the whole world has been cutting their interest rates, and America is still behind the curve on that. So we can kind of see what's going to happen there. But the banks and SoFi will get a boost once the interest rates gets cut. So SoFi looking good. I don't like that it can't get over the 15,200 and the 3,200. So has some good resistance. We are already above on the hour chart. So that is very good. We're getting squished and wedged into on the 4 hour, but we're already above on the daily. And on the daily chart, the ball has been passed to the green team. So SoFi is looking very, very good. So we can hold on to that one. Ugh, Target. Target, I was hoping for a turnaround story because you got Walmart. Walmart's doing really good. Target, however, is just not getting any love. But you can kind of see that we've been basing out down here around this level for a very long time. That is about 2 months since the beginning of April, and we're about to finish May. So 2 months basically in the same area. So if we can start getting some strength now, that'll be really good. So if we can close above this 8 on the weekly, then probably the next profit target area will be 110. And I'll probably let the position go and just focus on more stocks that are a lot stronger, because this could take forever to turn around and it might not ever turn around, right? It might not even turn around till the end of the year where we have Christmas and the holiday sales. So target on the chopping blocks in the near future. Coin. I'm excited for Coinbase. It still looks very, very strong. Um, you have this very strong bull candle coming right out of the zone that we want to see, right out of the three zones of the moving average with high volume on the weekly chart. One thing I want to show you guys here for what happened last time, this looked similar, is boom, huge power surge, then followed by all-time high consolidation. Huge power surge. We're getting the consolidation first and a tighter range, which could be a more positive sign, to be honest. This is just volatility. This is compression, um, to go to make the next move, whether it be up or down. No one knows. I love that on the daily, it's still following the ADMA. That is perfect. The ball has not been passed to the red team yet because this green candle is bigger than this red. So red has not taken over green yet. And it did gap up above the ADMA, so that's good. We are still holding the 15-minute time frame of 200 moving average and on the 30-minute time frame. So that looks very good. This is a little concerning. There's a little bit of a gap here between these two on the 1 hour, but we can still get very extended before the Big Daddy 200 calls the stock back. And then we're just now getting started on a spread from the 4 hour and just now getting started on a spread from the daily. So we could really see um, Coinbase make some moves and it just got added into the S&P 500, right? So what does that tell me? That means if Coinbase really does get going, it could take the S&P up and maybe hit all-time highs, and not everything is going to be doing good, but we'll be just looking at Coinbase like, wow, Coinbase is really up this high, bringing the market up and making the market hit either 600, maybe 60, 605, 610. You got Tesla doing the same thing, right? So they're both, and Palantir, they're all in the S&P 500, right? If they decide to go and Apple and Google take a seat back and they don't play along, but they go up just a little bit, we could see the all-time highs coming in based on a new rotation into other stocks that just joined the S&P 500, right? That is a possibility. So that is Coinbase holding on to that play. It's looking good. I have TLT in here. TLT is the backup plan. TLT is like to hedge my portfolio in a way where basically this is the bonds. So definitely great buy signal here on the daily, hitting a new low, peekaboo low. Peekaboo low is where you hit a low, um, and it's the opposite color. So like this was a red on the low, I wouldn't have touched it. But we hit a new low, and then we had nothing but a surge in price action from that low. Tells me that it was kind of a fake low and then shoot up, rip up to the sky, right? Or and vice versa too. You'll see it in the reverse order for when you get a um, nasty red candle that makes a high. So on the weekly, if it closed like this would be still good. Like if it closed like that on the weekly, that means definitely the ball has been passed to the green team on the weekly. So something we could see. I'm not gonna touch too much on TLT because that is a future play. Palantir. All right, Palantir is pulling back kind of hard today, as opposed to the rest of the market. The whole market's been blasting. Palantir's pulling back, but it's okay. And there's a lot of reasons why. You can kind of see here we're almost at all-time highs with Palantir. We're still in this range. We're still above every single moving average, right? Um, so we're still good. We're still good. Volume has been decreasing after we made that high. That is something that is something to consider with the last 2 weeks being low. Um, but it still looks pretty good. And on the daily, we could lose. I mean, we still have 45 minutes left, so we could lose this 20 period moving average, which let's see what that is. It is 121.47. So we're actually under it right now. 121.47. Yeah, we're actually. Oh wait, no. We're at 122. Sorry, I thought I saw. Okay, I was about to say the chart looked a little better. Um, Yeah, so we wouldn't want to close under 121.48 now on the daily. We would not want to close under that. That's definitely going to show us a sign of bearishness. But as long as we stay above that, we're going to be fine. I like here, I don't like that the 15-minute rejected. So the 200 here, it got rejected off this 15-minute. Very ugly and pushed down. However, look at the 30-minute 200 moving average. That is holding it very well. So we'll see. It's on the 1 hour. The 200 looks perfect. We're starting to get into a narrow range, which is fine. We'll just have to have a nice bullish candle above to push you out. And we're holding the 40 here. So we're kind of in the between the 20 and the 40, which is pretty good for the 4 hour chart. That's kind of like the golden rule for swing trades. So see how when we get into that zone, we pop up. See if we get into the zone, then we pop up again. Same over here, near the 20, pop up, near the 20, pop up. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, I don't see people getting out of Palantir, especially since it's a defense stock and Trump has been highlighting defense stocks. Baba is breaking my heart. Baba is actually breaking my heart, guys. It does not want to get going. Baba does not want to get going. Um, so I just want to make sure my stream is still going. Yeah, it's still going. Okay, perfect. But okay. So, let's see, guys. Let's see. Baba. All right, I do like Baba on the weekly, because this is a 20, we're pushing up. I do like Baba on the weekly. On the hour, it has broken now the 200. So hopefully, in the next day or two, it can get back above it. That would be a good sign of strength. We are kind of having this downward sloping trend on the 15 minute for a very long time. As you can see, it's pretty steep. When it gets very steep, a reversal can come into play very soon, and it's very steep on the 2 minute right up here. I don't know if you can see that because of my face. Um, so reversal could be coming into effect very, very soon. And I hope that on the moving averages down here, and let me zoom in so it's a lot easier to see on the weekly. I hope that these moving averages can hold Baba's price above this 118. Looks like we hit 118 today. Might double bottom tomorrow and test 118 again, right? Market always checks for another low, or if it doesn't make another low, it switches direction. So I can see us testing that tomorrow, and then we'll see if it doesn't break it and this holds, then we could see some potential upside potential on Baba. So I want Baba to turn around for sure. Marvel. So Marvel is kind of in the same spot as SMCI, and what I mean by that is we got NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. NVIDIA has been the chip leader, right? For the last year and a half, 2 years maybe. NVIDIA has just been dominating the chip space. Um, so we'll see what Essence will. I mean, honestly, tomorrow I could see it being a continuation because the chips were very strong today. Why? Because NVIDIA has its earnings tomorrow after the bell. So we might even see another continuation of the chips still running tomorrow ahead of NVIDIA's earnings. And NVIDIA's earnings, I'm gonna make a separate video on that. But NVIDIA's earnings, I'd be very cautious of those of that earnings play because all earnings have been getting crushed. They've been being bought up right afterwards, but this quarter, the earnings have been getting crushed right away and then bought up. Like Pinduoduo came out today and got crushed. The chart looked great. The the results were terrible. Um, so I like Pinduoduo there because it's been beat up. It's definitely been beat up from these highs. Highs of 120, highs of 100. Now we're down here to 64. So and it's been fighting this 200 range. So I like to see that we're now above on the 15-minute chart. We're now above on the 30-minute chart. We've been above on the hour, and the hour is starting to climb up. The 4 hour, this is our price target. I want to see us break up over this and then stair step into the 200 on the 4 hour. So that is the play. We're now above all moving averages on the daily. So it all looks good. Marvel looks good. Marvel looks great. So we're just gonna have to wait on that one. See if we hold it after the Nvidia earnings or if we trim some position before the Nvidia earnings. We'll see. Amazon. Amazon is looking great. Absolutely great. And it just takes some more good trade talks for it to keep going. It's above the 1500. 200. It's above the 200 on the 30-minute time frame. Just got above it, so now we can get really extended to the upside. It's running into a little bit of um, resistance here at the 4 hour, but on the daily, we are officially above the 200 and about to close above the 8 moving average, which is perfect. So we can see 210 coming into play very soon on this stock. And then that would also push it right above on the weekly chart above the 20 moving average, which would be perfect. So Amazon looks really good for a continuation. Um, I definitely want to see it at 210 before I trim this position. 210 will definitely be where I first trim the position, and then maybe 215, 214 is where I would take the rest of the profit. Would I hold into new highs? Maybe I let a little bit of the position go into not new all-time highs, but new local highs. Because then it could get really good, could get really good, could get really juicy. UAL finally made a huge comeback today. I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting on this stock to make a huge comeback because it doesn't look bad at all. It did get rejected by this weekly 200, which then followed with another candle to the downside, bumped into the 8 here. So now the 8 is gonna attempt to push it back up into the 20. I love on the daily that we're getting above the 200. 200 is still slanting upwards, right? The white line is still slanting upwards. So that looks great. And we are now above the 20 on the 4 hour. And we have a nice, huge boom boom candle. Nice big power surge off of the moving averages up. And now we're wedging down, flagging to hopefully get another leg higher, maybe into 82 or wherever this range is right here is maybe like an 80. Yeah, it looks like probably around 80. Which we kind of touched today, did we? Yeah, we got really close. We got really close to 80 today. So, if we get back up here, 82 would definitely be my first price target, first range to take some more profit off the table. What else we got? Chipotle. How do I feel about Chipotle? Chipotle's condensing in. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great. Doesn't look like some of the other plays that look really well. So Chipotle's on the radar to probably get cut soon. Yeah, we have to see how this works out. I do like on the daily that we got some strength. I don't like how this daily kind of is indecision, but that's not bad. It just means it kind of consolidated in a range. Not the end of the world. Um, the 200 here is a problem, and here it's kind of figuring itself out. It's good that it's above on the hourly. So that's really good. So that means we have nothing to worry about until we get under 50. Yeah, if we already get under this, if we lose this 50 mark, I would say the play is over. So we'll see if we lose this spot right here, which technically would correspond with this candle, which is where I bought. So if we lose that level, the play is over. What else we got? We got Lyft. Lyft is a sympathy story here because Uber is killing it, and Lyft now also profitable as well. So we're gonna have to wait on that to see exactly what's gonna happen there. Um, Looks like I am getting a call. Gonna have to probably answer that. Wait. I'll call him back in a few minutes. Um, I'm liking Lyft. I'm liking Lyft right here. You can kind of see this uh, flag still forming on Lyft. We've still got this nice flag forming on Lyft for the weekly. So if we can gain some strength and get a nice push up here, this will look great. I don't like that we're having trouble here in the 8 for the daily chart. It looks good that we finally got above on the 200, and hopefully we can hold this area. And the slope of here, which isn't good for the 30-minute. This is kind of a 45-degree angle, means maybe the steam might be running out soon. We'll see. It is on the 30-minute. The 4 hour, We have no slants yet on the 4 hour, so I wouldn't be scared of the upside of it reversing anytime soon, and neither on the daily. But on the 1 hour, we do have kind of a more slant coming into play. So, uh, but on the 12, on the 15 minute, we don't have that slant. So definitely looks pretty good. I like where Lyft is. Lyft is definitely looking a lot more stronger than the last few plays that I just went over. So let's go Lyft. What else we got? Celsius. I have Celsius in the portfolio. Celsius holding this area. I love it. Um, Hopefully it can hold that 8 moving average. I like the ball has been passed here on Friday to now confirming today that the Bulls have it. And now we're back above the 200 here on the hourly chart. So this looks good. We're above on the 30 minute, which is good. Struggling here on the 15, but as long as this 40 can catch it, it might bump down into it and then catch it and push up. That's what we would really want to look and see and hope to see. But Celsius looks good. There's not really much room to the upside though on this. So let me see. I'm up. Let's see. We're up just 15%. So um, uh, yeah, it's not really one of the better plays. So there's really, yeah, this risk to reward ratio it wasn't really one of the best plays to make. Um, my high is just right around the corner, so it's probably another 4% from here, 4 or 5% on Celsius. So we'll see, we'll see. That's not really one of the better plays that we got brewing together. Hems, Hems, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We might have to get out of this very, very soon. Um, I'm calling the 50 mark, the if I lose these candles right here, it's over. So I'm starting to lose one. If we lose the low of this candle and this 20 moving average, then I guess the play would have to be done because yeah, I could wait for it to come in here into this zone, but um these options are juiced. I'm an options trader, and for HIMS, if you guys don't know what implied volatility is, the implied volatility is very high on a stock that has been making this type of move and causing this type of noise. Um, so holding on to these options is not very beneficial for a very long time. So if we lose this 20, I will sell the position and wait until we get back down to this 40 moving average. Because HIMS is not over. This is a stock that's just now finding its place in the market. Some would argue already for the past year, right? Because last year it was already down here at $8. Come on now. A year later at 72. So it's been making a move for this whole year. So we'll see. Definitely want to wait a little bit. Like I said, if it can't hold 50, then we're out. This is what I'm doing. Um, this is not bad choice. DraftKings. DraftKings looks okay. I like DraftKings for the fact that we are holding this 8 moving average here. We're not above the 20 yet, which is the next line. We have a great buy signal right off of the 40 moving average on the daily. And we have a great sign of inverse head and shoulders here um, on the 200 moving average for the hour chart for great swing setup to the upside. We just now have to get over the 15-minute and the 30-minute. Well, it looks decent. It pulled back today off of its recent highs, something I don't want to see. So it's definitely not as strong as some of the other ones that got some momentum and just kept running. This one definitely pulled back just a little bit. JP Morgan looks good. JP Morgan looks really good. It was in that perfect zone off the daily, hitting that 200 period moving average on Friday off of gap down news, right? And then same here, 4 hour chart just looks perfect to the upswing. Now it's getting above the 15-minute 200, which is perfect, already above the 30. It tapped it on that Friday right in the morning and shot up. So this was a great play to get in. I did buy on Friday. So we are still riding this push up. Hopefully on the weekly, we just completely take out the local highs, which is 269, and maybe we hit 280 next week or at the end of this week if it's a really bullish week, right? And that's also would correspond with the SPY hitting all-time highs, which if JP Morgan wants to play along and you have all these other stocks that are playing along, all-time highs might not be, we were very scared in April, doom and glory in April, and with the tariffs and everything, and now in May we hit all-time highs. I mean, I wouldn't, yeah, kind of wouldn't surprise me to be honest, man. Tesla looks great. All these stocks were on my watch list yesterday too, so Tesla looks perfect. It just got up. It just gapped above. It popped off of the 8 moving average. This is the flag that it created. So we could see another 5% day tomorrow for Tesla, right? If that flag wants to continue going. No buy, sell, or hold, whatever. It's not financial advice. You do your own thing. I trimmed today off of the position because I got that. It's a good candle. It's a good strong candle to trim. I trimmed at the highs. I think I trimmed around. Well, I definitely trimmed at 360. Um, and it looks like now we're down to 358. But this wouldn't bother me at all. You have to go up, take a breather to take another leg. So this is totally fine. Tesla looks great, man. Tesla looks really good where it's at right now, especially for a swing trade. Da, 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 da. CVS. CVS. All right. So CVS on the daily is the only reason why I'm participating in this. We have boom off the 200 and boom another run in to the 200. So I would really want to see this green candle take over this red. If I can see that happen by the end of this week, then I could be another buyer of CVS, and that means the 20 period moving average. That means the 20 moving average on the weekly captured the move down and said, no, we're not going down anymore. And it pushes it to the Big Daddy 200. So it doesn't, you're never certain how long that could take, but if that's what the 20 period moving average usually will tell you. Um, like right here, you can see it on the 15-minute chart. You get above the 200 moving average, and then as it curls up, you run into it, and then you get that color change right there. Green takes over red, and then you get a boost straight back up to the 200 moving average, right? So if we can see that on the weekly chart, that's just picture perfect right there too. That is absolutely perfect. Let's zoom in on that. Let's zoom in on that so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about there. Do you guys see that? How beautiful that is? Do you see how beautiful that is? It literally jumps right above. So you're hanging above the 2 to 20 moving average. You're hanging above it. This is hanging above it. You have to be above it for a little period of time. A good amount of candles have to form. You have tons of candles forming here. Then you get the red candle that says, okay, maybe we're going back down. It bumps into it and you get a nice color change. You get the opposite team taken over in a crucial area that sends you flying to the 200. It's beautiful. So that is basically what I'm looking for here. So it's only Monday. We got or Tuesday. Um, you basically want to see this capture this price. So at least take over. I don't care about the wick. At least take over the body. So it opened up at 62.53. So I want to see it above 62.53 by Friday, by the close of Friday. And then I'll probably consider adding to the position for sure. That's giving me a lot more confirmation that we could go higher. Walmart. Walmart also one of those stocks that could, you guessed it, bring the market to all-time highs with everything going on. It's already close to its all-time highs, and it's been doing good. It had great earnings. It just got above the 15. It's fighting to get above the 30. It's close. It's very close to the hour. So it hasn't even gotten extended yet, which is beautiful on the hour. So that tells me at least 2 to 3 weeks of running if we go from the narrow state to the extended state. So um, very lots of consolidation happening here for the last month. So if it breaks out, it could be very nice. So Walmart, it's at highs right now in the day. My contracts are down 3% though, so I don't like to see that. And I'm pretty sure I bought them. I have to double check, but I want to say I bought them here. So honestly, I should be up more, but it could have been time to oh, well, now they're up 3%. So yeah, so it's moving up. It's moving up. So I like Walmart. Walmart could definitely hit them all-time highs very soon. Airbnb. Ugh. Airbnb, I don't know why I'm holding. This candle off of the 200 was really ugly. Very ugly. So this might be like a little pop-up before it goes back down, to be honest. Um, because this is what the 200 is the big daddy. So whatever the 200 ultimately declares is what usually will happen. So this is very strong selling. And so far Tuesday, it the 20 is gonna fight. The 20 is gonna fight it to push it up. So it's fighting it. It's for sure fighting it. Definitely the gap up. You can actually see on the daily, it's very crucial and it has higher volume. So it's very crucial actually what happens in the next day or two with Airbnb uh, because it is fighting to get above this 200 on the daily. It got above it on the 4 hour, but literally that next candle, as you can see, that next candle said, where are we going? It pushed it right back down into those moving averages. And the 40 right here just stopped it and is collecting it. And now it's running it and running into the 8. So Airbnb on close watch, very close watch to trim that position or to actually just cancel that position because it doesn't look good. I liked it the week before or the 2 weeks before where we had this nice green candle above, but the fact that we just lost that candle, um, really bad sign. Really bad sign. But I did buy it in here, hoping to see it reverse. So we'll see. This is more of a anticipation as more as a oh, I'm front running. I'm front running this play, which sometimes helps and sometimes doesn't. Caterpillar. Caterpillar was a win today. Today, Caterpillar shot up massively, and I bought this candle right here. I bought this candle as we pushed up above. That was enough sign for me to say, okay, we're going up. This is a great, huge, look at these candle sizes compared to the rest here. You got to take that profit. This candle is completely outsizing all of the rest to the right. So that lets me know that it usually doesn't make these moves. So if you get that move, whatever the percentage is, whatever the value is, you got to take it because that candle is an abnormal candle. Look at that abnormal candle. I trimmed it, right? Because we are coming up to these highs. So I trimmed it, but it doesn't mean we can't take out that resistance and keep going because on the weekly, all signs are a go. All signs are a go. You're above all moving averages. So the future looks bright for Caterpillar in the long term. So I still have a few weeks on those options. So I'm going to let those play out as I've already trimmed. Abbott, same ordeal. Same ordeal. I had this in the talk yesterday. Uh, the weekly, we're above all moving averages on the weekly. Um, I love here, and this is why I got in it too. I saw on Thursday. This is Friday. Yeah, Friday. Look at this beautiful green candle right here off of the 200 period moving average. It's beautiful with a lot of volume. And now what are we doing? We are just flagging. So hopefully we get another flag move right up into these tops and we'll see. We'll see if it can. I'll probably cut the rest of the position there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we can go to all-time highs. We'll see. We'll see. That's definitely a possibility. But once we get into that area, it definitely becomes a take profit type of ordeal. We already went over lift. CCL. Cruise lines looking good too, man. Above all moving averages. Above all moving averages. And not only that, on the daily, you had a solid green candle coming from the 200 moving average. Solid green candle busting through the highs. And what are we still doing? We are flagging on the daily. Oh man, that looks so good for CCL. This looks really good. So I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow with this play. It looks very good. Very, very good. And then the last one in the list of what I have, Penduo Duo. Oh man, Penduo Duo sucked today. Is it a buying opportunity? Jesus. It's very close to being, I mean, it does look really, I mean, it looks decent now. I mean, on the daily, you have a lot of volume in these low areas, a lot of volume. The earnings really were bad though. The earnings were so bad. Um, but you're still above the 200 on the weekly. I mean, you're still above it. So I would give it some time. Maybe it double tests, like if it double tests the 87, the 97, we double test that and we don't break it, I will go long. That's what I will do. If we double test this again and we don't break it, I will go long. Wow, we're already at all right, that was the portfolio, guys. So we are already at 10 minutes left. Wow, talk about a crazy journey. All right, let's look at some plays in the market. Apple's up. Let's just skim through some things. Apple's up. I don't like the weekly. It's not above. Abivive. Ooh. Uh Abivive. I wouldn't mind getting Abivive on a little bit of a pullback. I don't like the daily on the Abivive. Abbott, we got AMD. AMD overhead resistance right now. On the daily though, it looks good. On Friday, definitely. That was the play to buy on the 5 minute. Why did the pen get so much thicker now? Probably this. Yeah, there we go. On the daily, that looks really good. You have the changeover at crucial area of support to push it into the 126. So honestly, it's up 3% today. So AMD, I think well, we'll see. We'll see because we have NVIDIA's earnings coming around the corner. So let's just go ahead and add it though to the watch list. All right, what else we got? What else we got? Amazon, we went over already. Abago. Yeah, Abago's a sleeper. Abago is just I slept on this one, man. Huge push to the upside. Boeing, I'm waiting on Boeing. Boeing a little bit. I wanted a little bit lower, and I want to get into some Boeing. Baba, already went over Baba. Bank of America. The banks do look strong. I have JP Morgan, but this was also a good buy on Friday. Who knew? Like, we get these trade talk deals on Friday, bringing the whole market down. Trump wants to do this, and that, and then literally over the weekend he changes his mind, and now the market rips. Uh, what screams manipulation, right? Um, CDO looks great. All the banks looked great. All the banks had a huge buying opportunity Friday. Um, I did get JP Morgan, so I'm happy I at least got one of them. Caterpillar, same ordeal. CCL looks good. Celsius looks good. We already went through Coin. And I'm just kind of going through the list alphabetically of my watch kind of ones I like. CRM. CRM actually almost on the daily. I like this though. I see what CRM is doing. Almost on the daily. We got we got green taking over red. So almost. It hasn't done it yet. So if we get another good strong day, I would like to consider CRM. You can get in now. You can nibble, right? Because we're at crucial levels. You could nibble for sure. This is not bad at all to nibble. I don't like the 4 hour. The 4 hour looks a little weaker. You can nibble on CRM. Let's go ahead and put CRM down. Something we want to look at in the next few days. Let's see what else we got. We got crowd. Crowd's already taken off, and it looks just picture perfect. This is exactly what we want to see. This is exactly what we want to see. All right. I don't have it though. I didn't make the play. I didn't get into crowd strike. Dash. Ooh, Dash is looking good. Dash just had a really good strong day on Friday. It's down today. It's a little extended on the hour, but that's not too bad. Here, let's look at Dash. Let's maybe start a position in Dash. Let's see what we got going on. So I'm gonna look at the options chain for Dash. Here, let's pull this over to the side. Let's check out this option chain together. Probably right here would be a good spot to see it. Okay, so if I wanted to go for the June 20s, um, a lot of open interest here on the 220 strike price and the 210 strike price, and then also on the 230 strike price. So we've seen that it can get up to 215. So 220 is not a bad place to kind of wait for the next week or two to play out. I still have time on the options. You know, that is a good sign. So Dash, Dash looks kind of good here. It looks kind of good. Let's see their last earnings. They beat on their earnings, which then they sold off and then bought right back up. Yeah, I'm really skeptical about the Nvidia earnings tomorrow. I think it's going to crash and then it'll just be bought right back up. So it'll provide a buying opportunity. But maybe I get into these Dash right here. I do like Dash. Write it down just in case we get a pullback tomorrow because I would have liked to have bought it here with this big red and this green takeover. I would have liked to have bought it here with this huge green candle here. We're kind of like in the middle of no man's land, so it's not the worst case to buy. The worst case to buy would have been up this top green candle. or this high would have been really bad to buy. So this isn't the worst time to buy. Um, I'm gonna wait though. I would wait. I'm waiting. I'm not doing anything, and I do not suggest you do anything here. We got 4 more minutes left. Dropbox. This Dropbox looks ugly. That daily, the ball has just been passed to the red. Stay away from Dropbox. Disney. Let's check out Disney. Disney looks great. Disney looks great. Especially with Lilo and Stitch just coming out, right? Disney looks good. It has a little local top, but it looks strong. I would have wanted to buy this on Friday. I missed that. I missed my chance to buy it on Friday when it dipped. So I will not be touching that. DraftKings, we already went over DraftKings. DocuSign. Um, DocuSign doesn't look bad. It does not look bad. It looks like it could take a while to recover, but it doesn't look bad at all. Actually, I'm gonna put Docu on the list too. We might be getting into some DocuSign. eBay, eBay already up to all-time highs. Got can't touch it. EM up there, no pullback on the day for it. ET consolidating in a narrow range. It is flagging on the daily. I do like that it's flagging here. You see that? Douche, douche. We are flagging on the daily. But the high would be 19, which I guess for a $17 stock, that's still a pretty big, decent move. That's a good amount of percentage. Uh, so I won't touch that really. Um, let's just jump to the big dogs. Let's see any big dogs that are going on. Let's see. Google. Oh, Google looks good. Google looks really good. Hood. I did want Hood. Yeah, Hood just hit all-time highs again today. Yep, I gave it away. Well, I did sell at a good time. I'm pretty sure I sold in here. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I already took a pretty good profit on this, but sometimes letting that little bit still run in your portfolio could help. But I mean, I'm not missing out on too much. So Hood, I'm gonna wait for the pullback on Hood. I do think Hood has a good year in store for it. Good next few years, who knows? I bet Bitcoin just keeps hitting all-time highs. Today is kind of it's not really a pullback. I want it, I want this to kind of get in. It's just been, look at this, just straight grind on the 80 MA, just absolute straight boom, boom. So this is a power trend. Bitcoin has been basically in a power trend since the middle of April. Where can I get in? I'm just gonna have to wait until this 20 is tested and then perfectly the 40. But the way Bitcoin is going, who knows when that'll happen? It's kind of all pretty crazy. What else we got? JP Morgan, IBM, MSTR. Ooh, MSTR. Ooh, I could start a position here. It's in the range where I like it to be, and it's bounced and it's could hold the 8 here. We don't have any confirmation that green wants to play though. No confirmation. We have none. So this could be like a little starting position you can take and hope it works, but there is no good buy sign at all, right? And at all right now. No good buy sign. Um that's not good enough. In the 5 minutes coming down, which could mean that the move could be over soon, but yeah, I'm not about it yet. But it looks like the market's gonna close anytime soon, guys. So, let's see, was there anything on my list? I mean, we kind of already went through my book, but yeah, there's nothing I'm gonna take more profit on. I'm just gonna let the charts do the talking for me. So the only one I did get, the one I did get burnt on was Pinduoduo, and that's how it is with earnings. You can never expect which way to go. Just make sure whenever you take a play on earnings that you what you put into the play is basically what you're willing to lose. And if you have a side, yeah, you just risk management yourself properly over time, you will come out on top. And that was the market bell. It is over. Uh, yep, Nvidia. Oh, Nvidia. Poof, Nvidia could go crazy, guys. It looks good. It's in a good spot. I don't know, man. That's same thing I said about Pinduoduo. Same thing I said about Pinduoduo. It was in a great spot chart wise. Everything looks good, and then it just gapped down drastically. So yeah, I will be watching this one. I will not be participating in this. I do have chip stocks in my portfolio, so if we see Nvidia go crazy, the chip stocks will also get a bump up. If Nvidia crashes, then the chip stocks will also get hurt. But hopefully they, their move won't be as significant as Nvidia's. Nvidia will definitely have the crazier bulk end of the move of most things. NVTS is just crazy, guys. This is what Nvidia said that they're gonna buy, right, for quantum space. Uh, no real entry yet. I mean, you could have gotten in today. That's not bad. It's not a bad start, right? It's flagging. Yeah, there could have been a buy at the end of today. At the end of today, might be worth making a video on actually. Maybe trying to get my hands on a little something, but this is a very extended move. Oh man, this boat. I don't think it's. Oh yeah. I don't think it's over yet, but it's very risky because you are up now. You are up substantially amount because you're talking about you're trading a dollar to $2, and now you're at 650. You closed at 650. You got up to 750. It's massive, man. That is massive. It's just the beginnings of the story, so who knows? Do they even have options on NVST? All right, they do have options. So, and the options are up 203% volatility. That is ridiculous. That is for June options. So, January at the end of the year, those are the least amount of juiced options so far. So, this is kind of where you want to, if you wanted to protect as much money as you can and not get hurt by the constant ups and down swings, I would hang out here. I would hang out here. So yeah, we can definitely rock in VTS video. All right, well, that's the end of this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed um, reviewing some of these plays. If you guys wanted me to catch you up on anything, go ahead and leave a comment. Uh, I appreciate everyone's time, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.